Welcome back to the 5th episode of Debate and Destroy, the one and only metal podcast where we take two legendary metal albums, go track for track to find out which is the best. My name is Will, once again, the host of this weekly metal debate series, and today we are talking about one of the best modern metal bands around. That, of course, being the French masterminds Gojira. On this episode, we take their third and fourth releases, From Mars to Sirius versus The Way of All Flesh, to find out which is heavier, which is groovier, and which is the better album. If you like what you hear, please go give us a follow on Instagram and Twitter at Debate Destroy, one word, Debate Destroy, or send us an email at debatedestroy@gmail.com with any questions, comments, suggestions, or to just tell us we are wrong. If you haven't listened to our first couple episodes, they are up on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and our website, debatedestroy.com. Please go check those out and let us know what you think. But let's get what we are talking about today, which is Gojira. From Mars to Sirius versus The Way of All Flesh. Let's find out which guitar riffs are heavier, which drum beats make you want to bang your head harder, and which lyrics make you want to care about the environment a little bit more on this episode of Debate and Destroy. Everybody, get up. Debate and Destroy, episode 5 with yours truly, Will. I got my co-host as always, the Fiend from Chorizo Springs.
Loco JJ in the house.
Loco JJ Del Toro. And today's special guest, the master of all things prog and musically inclined, the great guitarist himself, Thomas C. Cano.
I'm flattered. It's the nicest intro I've ever received. Happy to be here.
Man, we have a battle today.
A battle. Oh my God, guys.
Battle of the Bangers.
Battle of the Bangers. So obviously if you read the title of this podcast, it's basically choosing children. Gojira's third and fourth album, From Mars to Sirius versus The Way of All Flesh. Two of probably the best albums in the 2000s. Would you disagree?
Oh, I
Two of the
couldn't-
best
I can't
metal
disagree
albums.
with that.
They're modern
It's
classics.
a modern
They're
classic.
classics.
It's
Now that
pretty
we're getting
awesome.
10 plus years away, especially from
They're
Mars
just
to
classics, I
Sirius.
guess.
I mean, they're certified classics.
It doesn't age. It's
No,
awesome.
it hasn't
They're
aged at
awesome.
all.
They're so heavy. Let's open up the pit right now.
Yeah, I know. So we're going to go over the rules a little bit just for Tommy because this is his first time on the show.
Bring 'em.
So basically what we do is we pair up two tracks. We go track for track. We all take votes on which track is better. And the track that's better gets a pentagram of truth. The album with the most pentagrams of truth wins the debate. But then we're going to make album picks in the end because obviously just going track by track doesn't attest to how you feel about the album as a whole. You know what I'm saying?
I concur.
Exactly.
Yeah, they can be
And I
better
prepared for that,
individual
too.
songs,
There could
but
be-
doesn't mean the
Everybody
whole
has to have a
album's better.
closing statement on the entire album, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
we
what's
go.
up.
Exactly. So let's start it off. Every one of these tracks, there's so many hard picks, but track number 1. Sorry. And I made one swish on the track listing. I'm sure you guys will agree. I just put the two instrumentals together. Unicorn
good,
versus
good.
Silver Chord. So I just switched where Dragons Dwell and Unicorn, and that's
good
the
with
only
that.
change I made.
Okay.
So let's start it off. Track number 1, Ocean Planet against Orobours.
Oh,
What
my
an
goodness.
intro, man.
What?
I said, what an
intro
Ocean
for-
Planet is incredible.
Oh,
I
you want
love
to start?
that
Let's start
song.
with Ocean Planet. Go ahead. You tell us what you're thinking, JJ.
Dude, it's straight up banging right from the start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I completely agree. I was sold up to the first squealy.
Yes.
But it's not like the main riff isn't so banging. It's more of like a prog
It's a
rocking-
build-up.
Yeah,
It's a build-up,
It's a
yeah.
prog.
Definitely.
That
I
is-
like it, though.
But when
Yeah.
it gets to the breakdown, dude, it's game over.
No, I know, but the song as a whole, that is when people say, because I've seen people online say that Gojira isn't a prog metal band, but this
Wait, they
song
say they're
is
quintessential prog metal.
yes, this is a prog metal song
For sure.
Yes, for sure. Maybe Orobours, you can make the case. I don't really know if it's a
There's
prog
a
metal
lot of
song.
dynamics to this song.
Yeah, but fucking Ocean Planet. Oh my god, dude. That
a journey. Oh, yeah. That's why that first squealy, dude.
Dude, you're just drinking a cold one, dude, just nodding your head back and forth.
I know.
yeah.
It's a
That's
prog
all you
rock,
need, dude.
but it's a grower. You know what I mean?
It's
Ocean
definitely a
Planet. The
grower.
first time you hear it, you're just kind of like, "What? This is weird."
I think Gojira, in general, I think it took me some time to get into Gojira.
It's an acquired taste, some of their
Yes.
songs.
Yeah, I can
but,
agree
But
with
once
that.
you
but after
do,
you
like,
acquire that
it's
taste,
magical.
boy,
Oh,
It's
boy,
a magical
it stays
taste.
in your mouth, and it just lingers.
it grows daily. My love for these albums and even for these songs, they grow. They don't diminish.
Oh,
You know what I
definitely.
mean? There is no diminishing return so far for any of these songs.
Exactly.
I go back and I can
Absolutely
listen
not.
to them all. But a big thing with Ocean Planet is how many breakdowns there are in the song.
Yeah.
So of
Yes.
course you start with that bam 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 bam
Yeah.
bam bam go da da da.
Always takes me a while to get into
Hats
his time
off.
signatures.
Hats off to Mario on this song too.
Dude, hats off to Mario on every fucking
I,
song.
I, know.
I know,
I
dude.
was making notes for this album, both albums, and I just put great drumming, great drumming, great drumming. I was like, what the fuck, man? I
every
need to get
song.
more creative with this shit. God damn.
Seriously, sometimes it's hard though. But
Oh,
the drumming is
top
always
five
insane.
metal drummer.
He's
top
so,
five. Mario.
Top five for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
That
Guy's
modern
incredible.
metal drummer
As a
or
drummer,
just
any drummer.
In general, dude.
Yeah.
That guy's
That
incredible.
guy's so emotional when he
I,
plays.
I think I'd pick the same. He's up there for sure.
Every album, he's a killer on it.
Yeah. One of the things I don't love about Ocean Planet. What do you guys think about that one riff? The dun 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 dun.
I love that,
lightning-
dude.
You like that riff? a
That's
lot?
so cool. That's
Really?
like my favorite part. I wrote it down right here.
That's your favorite part
I
of the
love
whole
that.
song. Really? The dun dun lightning struck me.
Dude, it's so
I
cool.
see the
His
path
voice
I must
changes. It's
sustain.
awesome. It's out there,
Kind of
dude.
Sepultura-esque, would you say?
A little
Yeah.
bit, yeah.
That's what I
Kinda.
kind of got a
Banner,
vibe from.
banner.
Oh, throughout
Yeah.
this album, you see a lot of Morbid Angel too.
That,
like
yeah.
a ton of it.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
they wear their influences on their shoulder, but it's definitely unique enough to just be Gojira.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I think if you go back to the first two albums, you could go, there's a clear link between Sepultura, Morbid Angel, Machine Head
Oh,
to
for
Gojira.
sure.
Yeah.
But on this one, this is, I think,
They got
especially
they
for
found
Mars,
their sound, yeah.
Yes, for Mars the series is when they found their sound.
Definitely.
Well, going back to Lightning Strikes Me, after when it gets to that breakdown, dun, 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 that emote, dude, it gets me all emotional, dude. Gets the nips a little hard. I love it. It's so good, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's so catchy and like I love it.
But you just said, Will, like there's 3 breakdowns in the song. Like you
Yes.
got to give them, a little slack.
No,
But
I know.
I
I'm just-
concur. That isn't their highlight of
Yeah.
the song.
I just saying that riff, it's not like it's bad. I just, every time I hear it, I'm like,
They could have.
it could have been a little bit better. But then it transitions to that little triplet riff and the brum, 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 and then it goes in that really, really emotional part and builds up.
That's what JJ was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
it's so
that
emotional.
is the
Yeah.
best part of the song. That is one of the
Okay.
right.
Okay, yes. Okay.
The emotional
Well, that's
build.
cool too. The lightning strike me and the transition to the emotional part.
that's true.
And then the ending, Ocean Planet Dissipate. What's it called? What does
Yeah,
it say?
Ocean
oh,
Planet
my
is
God.
alive.
Dude.
Yeah,
Fuck everything
Classic.
up, dude.
seriously. If I ever heard that one live, I think I would headbang so hard I would hit my head on the fucking concrete. Because when they bring that riff back,
Oh yeah.
oh my fucking god! If you're not headbanging to that, you're not my friend. Like, get away from me. That shit is so fucking heavy. And I want to say that has to be a top 10 riff of all time. The way it builds up and then delivers in the end.
Those some
Top
big
10
words.
riff of all
That's-
time.
That's,
That is
those
a
some
big
big,
hit, Will.
I
words.
love that, dude.
It is. It's the whole song
It's
in
great.
general is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ends with that. The ocean planet is unborn.
Plus the message, right? It's like,
Yeah.
who can
Yeah.
sound heavy and be so globally conscious?
No, I know that. This one's cool because it's a little bit more like ethereal in his dream and stuff. I like the lyrics. I don't love them as much as I like some of the ones that are on this album.
Definitely.
But they're still great, like you said.
And if you want to talk about lyrics, I guess we should transition to the other first song.
Okay,
Oh.
yes, let's go to Orobours.
Orobours is a
That's
lyric gold.
Masterpiece, lyrical masterpiece.
That could be a poem, and I'd read it.
It's
I'd read it to my children every
Joe
night.
can write some lyrics, dude.
What?
Joe can
write some lyrics,
Yeah,
and
hell
even
yeah.
though the translation thing, because sometimes when I read it, it stands out to me like there's a translation problem. I don't know if I'm knocking Joe for that, but like for example, if I was to say this last line in Ocean Planet, it's fucking awesome how it's delivered. But the actual line is the Ocean Planet is on burn.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
I have a.
If it was the Ocean Planet is on fire, I don't know. I think that would be a little bit better.
No, yeah. No,
You think it's a translation?
I can say maybe, yeah, because
Yeah.
I think I was gonna say the exact same thing about a different song, so I'll talk about that ahead. But
Yeah, there's a
I
couple
concur.
examples.
His word choice
But
sometimes.
it's just word
It's
choice.
the delivery is great.
Yes, the delivery,
The
the
emotion,
emotion, and the
exactly.
message is there, so it doesn't really matter. But let's start off with the tapping intro to Orobours.
I was gonna say
That trapping
Oh,
intro
yes.
is so dope.
Interesting
Oh my
guitar.
And then
Todd.
freaking Mario's doing.
Dude.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh!
That's a
Stop those
great
fills
song.
are butter. And that riff is also really basic. The main riff, the it's super basic,
But it's
but
catchy.
it fucking
It's so
works.
catchy, yes.
It
It
hits
works
home.
way better than I think the bum 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 bum.
What? No way.
Yes, it does.
No,
That
it
lightning
doesn't,
struck me
dude.
part is
Oh,
not.
it does. Yeah, I
It hits
agree.
better than
Ouroboros
the-
is better.
Oh,
On
man,
that,
whole-
in that
I can't
part.
believe that.
And the way it starts, dude, the serpents of
I-
light movement
God.
of the soul. I just love the entire thing,
The whole
especially when
story's
it,
amazing.
yeah, when they bring the tapping part back and they do the harmonies on it. Stop it, dude. They go like an octave up. Joe goes the octave up, and it just
Yes.
cuts
Hey,
through
but
even more.
can I? So I think Will might have a little bias. What? We have a tattoo on your body somewhere.
Okay,
Will?
for everyone out there, I'm biased on this song
He's a
because I have
fanboy.
I have a Gojira tattoo, and that tattoo is because of Ouroboros.
Ouroboros.
So I have an
So, I already
Ouroboros.
know
That
where
just
he's
shows
going
how
with this
heavy
pick.
that song is.
That's how good that song
Emotionally.
is.
No,
I don't
it's
have
how good the lyrics are.
No.
Musically, I think Ocean Planet is better. I'm just throwing it out.
Okay.
Look at that. Silence the
It's
crowd.
I think you could be right. I think the music could be better.
The lyrics got to you, dude.
The lyrics got me, man. They completely changed that song for
What's
me.
your favorite line on there? There's a lot of
Oh
good
my
stuff.
god, there's so many fucking lines on there.
Mighty
But
Phoenix from the ashes arises, right? Are you
yeah,
talking
no, I
Ouroboros?
love the quest for absolution, out of bounds, introspect,
Introspect.
self-consuming womb, ever present, meet no end. It's so good.
Yes,
Heavy,
dude.
dude.
I love it.
That's so badass.
But the part that always got me especially when I saw it live, is like that middle part was like, it seems like I always knew this. Since I'm a child, I can feel it. My inner light everlasting, revolving within a circle.
That's
that
yeah.
shit, dude. The first time I saw them, not gonna lie, dude, tears in my eyes. I could not
For sure.
handle it, dude. I could not handle it. That's why I got the tattoo. That song is my fucking shit.
Changed
I
your
love when it
life.
slows down to the very slow tapping, and they can nail it every time live, because that part always throws me off. I never know when they're gonna switch notes.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of hard, and they always nail it live.
Yes,
and then
dude.
when all three of them are tapping on stage,
That's pretty incredible.
and then those open chords in the end,
Yeah.
doom, doom, bum, 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 bum.
Yeah.
Just fucking
Their
awesome.
music's
It's,
so diverse, dude.
I know, and it's not a
Yeah.
prog banger, so I guess these are two. Like, it's not apples.
It's very it's not apples to
to
apples,
apples.
but it's a tough one.
but
That's-
since
It's a preference, honestly. They're both good songs.
they're both fantastic songs.
But I
like,
prefer Ocean Planet. I just like
JJ's
it,
going
man.
with Ocean
I'm
Planet.
gonna go
I
with
like
Ocean
it.
Planet too.
Oh,
Honestly.
Tommy's going Ocean Planet. Son of a bitch. Well, you know what, guys? Honestly, I
Come
think
on, I already knew
would've-
where you're going with.
I think I would have gone with Ocean Planet, but I'm doing it for the tattoo. Dude. I
it for the
gotta go with Ouroboros. The lyrics fucking change
Whoa.
everything for me
Hell
on
yeah.
that song.
Well, you're wrong.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck you. I should get a whale tattoo. I should get rid of my Ouroboros and just stamp a whale on it, because apparently I'm wrong. So, track number 1 goes to Ocean Planet. Dude, that kind of hurts.
Butter.
But,
This next one's probably the hardest.
okay.
Like, by far the hardest,
Yes.
actually.
So, this next one is
From
a
any debate.
fucking tough
They're
one.
toss-ups. Yeah, they're kind of similar. I mean, not
Yes.
similar, but they're like
Yes,
in your
they
face.
go.
They're
in-
both
They go
heavy.
into
They're in
the,
your face.
Fuck.
They go into the most banging tracks probably on the albums, delivery-wise. Track number 2 is Backbone against Toxic Garbage Island.
When I hear both of these songs, it's just like in my mind, I picture when we saw them live, it's just pure chaos.
It's just
It is.
nothing but
That
pits.
last
Madness.
breakdown.
Shirts off, like so many shirts
Shirts
are off, man.
Guys, that last breakdown of Backbone live changes people's worlds.
Oh,
it
yes.
changed Tommy's. Tommy's not even a pick guy, and he was like, "I'm getting in."
I lost it.
You
Yeah.
cannot resist.
You can't resist Backbone, dude.
Seriously,
good.
you
I
cannot
love
resist
talking about this
Backbone.
song.
And if we talk, let's start off with Backbone since we're already on the subject of it. That was the first Gojira song I ever heard.
Same.
It's been catchy from the first time I heard it, and I've heard it probably 1,000 times, and I still fucking love it.
Never gets old.
It never gets old. The middle sections are super cool. I love the blast beats.
Dude, the blast beats.
Yes. And the tremolo, like middle part.
Yes.
After
Tremolo
the
picking.
I
Oh my
love
God.
that.
the tremolo picking.
With the double bass to pair it is like wine, a fine wine mixed with cheese, dude. You just can't get that pairing.
And especially because you have the
Can't
crowd,
get
when you
that
see them live,
pairing.
sing that riff. You know what I mean? Because it's so catchy.
Dude, it is.
That
It's
riff
awesome.
is so catchy. It's fucking awesome.
But right from the start, dude, you know it's a pit song.
and then you
dude.
transition that middle part right into the.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh my god.
People die in that.
And then the way Joe always brings it alive. Back fucking bone! Oh my god, stop it, dude. You
But
know what time
come on,
it
the
is.
best part's the breakdown, dude.
Yes.
Oh my god, when he goes to that build up.
Yes.
Beat your feet to the ground now, march. It's
Oh
too
my
much.
God.
Oh my God.
Lyrically, it's a boss song too.
Yeah, it's really motivating.
Yeah.
You know, I love the way they, you know, the way it starts, indestructible. On this rock I lie, but I'm alive for good, and I'm just free from myself now. From all I won was wrong. Break the unbreakable. But
Dude, there's some heavy lyrics
So
right
good,
there.
dude.
yeah, there is.
That is metal, dude.
Especially when they bring it back and he does the inexhaustible. The strength of fire is swirling through me, spiraling
Oh.
beam of light.
Yeah.
What mortal could ever
like it-
break this force?
It's like you two are saying a prayer together.
I know it's but it's so fucking
So
good.
religious.
Like a prayer, dude.
It's like it's my fucking prayer, dude. Gojira, I wish they were my church, dude. I would go every Sunday if they were in town every weekend. I'd go
We
see
have
them.
to go.
I think this song is what got me into metal, and I'm gonna take a big hit and say that because I listened to this song probably like sophomore year of high school, junior year maybe, and I was just like, I heard this shit, and I was like, you know, you listen to like radio and all that, and it's nothing like this, you know?
Yeah.
And I just heard this, and I was like, what the fuck is this? It's like, I'm a musician, I play guitar and stuff, and just they mix like everything that I love with, I guess, music theory. I don't know. They know their shit, especially Mario.
Yeah.
People who don't know Mario Duplantier, you need to fucking Google this guy, dude. This motherfucker
legend.
knows how to
Dude, he
slam.
does.
He's a
It's
legend.
incredible.
The brothers of fucking
Brothers of metal.
What's
dude.
funny?
Metal.
What's funny is that when the first time I hung out with Tommy and you, the first song you ever showed me from Gojira was "Toxic Garbage
It's
Island."
Island. That's right.
And I
It's
was
a
like,
big
"Oh
hit.
my god, what is this?"
Seriously.
Yeah.
So let's move on to
It was
Toxic Garbage
so
Island
heavy.
because oh my god, that shit's just as heavy.
dude.
Okay.
It doesn't have the blast beats like Backbone.
No, but
the
it
double
has-
bass.
The
like,
drumming is
and
like,
yes, it-
what?
Just when you start that,
cures all. Like at first you're like, okay.
Yeah, and then it keeps building,
in, dude.
As soon as that,
Yeah,
like
when-
that dive bomb, like I
Game
want
over.
to do terrible things when I hear that.
I know, seriously. And then it goes into one of the heaviest verse riff ever, and he, oh my,
Oh my god, it's too good.
and the lyrics of this one are fucking awesome
They're
too.
so
cool.
I literally started caring about the environment more because I heard Toxic Garbage Island. Now when I drink a plastic,
Gojira changes the world.
Look at this recycle bin you have.
I know. Anytime I use plastic now, I'm just like, you know what? It's contributing to the island, man.
There's gonna be a plastic bag in the sea.
Seriously.
That outro,
Oh my god.
it
that
makes
dude.
me mad that there are.
Yes.
I don't know.
When they do the intro part and bring the riff back for the last
Yes.
time and do the plastic bag in the sea, I mean, that is
Gold.
fucking, it's gold. You can hear his emotions. But also, I love the augmented second verse with the go, and they do the syncopated guitar and drum
Yes.
riff. The ghost, pale, the procession is calling. Oh, that part is so good.
Such a creative song, I think.
I know, and then they bring the plastic form, dead things. It's all now so clear. How could I fail to understand? Cities are burning, the trees are dying, my heart's awake, but still. And then into that chorus, pain is killing me.
Yes,
oh,
dude.
it's too much. I think as a song, it has more parts, and they transition a little bit better than
It's a
Backbone.
little more intricate, you think?
A little more intricate.
Oh.
And a big thing that's going to come down with these two records, especially with the bangers comparing Toxic Garbage Island to
I
Backbone,
know what you're gonna say.
the production makes
value.
Toxic Garbage Island sound way heavier.
Yes,
I think.
I agree.
In the long run, the
agree.
grand scheme, I think Toxic Garbage comes off a little bit heavier. It's got more things overall. I think as a song, it works better as a whole.
I think they're structured pretty similar though.
They are. Well, no, because in Backbone, you literally have 3 riffs. You have the verse
all you
riff,
need,
you have
bro.
the breakdown riff, right, with the blast beats and stuff.
triumvirate.
That's a little part. You come back to the verse riff, and then you end with that breakdown, which is basically just an augmented verse riff. But
Yes.
on Toxic Garbage Island, you have a couple different parts.
A little more dynamics.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
dynamics. The intro is
Yeah.
different than the verse riff. The verse riff is different than the second verse riff.
Yeah.
And then you got that slow part, and then you bring it back, the intro, and then finish off with the fucking greatest verse riff maybe ever written.
Yeah,
For sure.
I guess I don't know if this will like add or take away from anything, but I think Backbone is a song that like I don't know why, but in a live venue, I want to kill people. Like I don't know, it makes me angry.
Murder.
Toxic Garbage, but yeah, murder should be legal. Toxic Garbage Island. I just want to hear this by myself.
pit, by the
I
way.
want
That
to hear
was
this
it.
by myself.
Yeah,
Oh,
in the
I
pit.
think-
That was
I don't
that
know,
was a
dude.
joke we
I
got
kinda
from
disagree.
Jamie
Toxic was
Josta.
incredible live.
It
dude.
was very
I
good
lost
live.
my mind. You almost broke my leg.
I don't know.
I lost my mind for both of them, but I understand
This-
where Tommy's coming from
this-
because it was the first Gojira song that I heard, and hearing that the breakdown in the end of Backbone live hits harder than the end of the breakdown from Toxic Garbage Island.
Yeah.
but
the
the
whole
reverse
song.
is true. So the intro, I think, to Toxic Garbage Island hits harder live. As soon as they bring
Okay.
that verse riff in,
Yeah.
I mean, let's party.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Shirts
I could,
off.
Yeah,
I could
shirts
definitely
off.
agree with that.
Shirts
Off,
off.
muscles flexing.
This
Let's
is
get this shit
This
going.
is truly nitpicking, and it's really a toss up.
Yeah.
It truly is. Like you can go either way.
Like Will said at the
every
beginning,
day,
it's
I've been
just
deciding.
picking
It's
between
like,
children. Like,
like,
this is-
what
know,
the
it's
fuck
hard,
am I
man.
gonna pick?
I can start. I start off. You already heard my reasons. The production, more things going on with the song. I think it's a little bit more. As a song as a whole, I think it works a little bit better. So I'm gonna go with Toxic Garbage Island.
I'm gonna give the slight edge to Toxic as well.
Dang.
big
because
hit.
That's
First
awesome.
song
First
I ever
song.
heard, and it changed my life.
Yeah.
Well,
it changed my aspect.
Same
for
thing for
Gojira.
me, but with Backbone. So I'm choosing Backbone just because of the nostalgia. I just love Backbone start to finish.
Wow, I really thought Will was gonna go with Backbone.
Opens
To tell
up.
you the truth.
No, dude. You know me, man. I
Yeah.
think Toxic Garbage is a better song overall. There's more things going on.
Wow.
And
Alright.
I like the verse riff for Backbone. You know, but I don't like it as much as the Toxic Garbage Island verse riff.
Yeah, I could
Either of them.
see that.
And they beat it to death a little bit. That's okay because it's a great riff, but I just think the Toxic Garbage Island one's a little bit better. So, the Pentagram of Truth
edge.
go into Toxic Garbage
Watch out.
Island. So we are going on to track number 3, From the Sky Against a Sight to Behold.
Okay, yeah.
Both vastly different.
Very different. These are two of the more different songs in the album. When I first looked at these two comparatively, I thought it was going to be an easy choice. But the Sight to Behold is such a grower, dude.
I
both-
disagree.
Really?
I disagree.
Why?
I think they're
Why?
both good.
It
haven't heard
bugs
enough.
me, dude.
You
I've
haven't.
heard it multiple times.
You haven't heard it enough.
Probably, maybe, yeah.
I
I don't
tell
know.
me why. Tell me why.
I don't know, dude. We were talking about Joe's like translation issue. I really just the way I see things.
I
It's
love
so
that part.
simple.
I fucking love that
Like,
part.
it sounds like I don't know. Like I don't know. I thought he could have done a little more
The
with that.
lyrics on A Sight to Behold destroy fucking From the Sky. I think. I love.
Destroy? I don't
Yes,
know about
dude.
destroy.
I
Hey,
love A Sight
that's
to
a big
Behold,
hit,
dude.
dude.
Their fucking lyrics are so good.
I like the riff in A Sight to Behold.
Where he does the tapping.
Yes, dude. I can
really
I can
cool.
groove into that.
That's such a groovy. But yeah,
The guitar effects are amazing in that song.
yeah.
It's really
I
cool.
mean,
Yeah.
but what do you guys think
Again,
about?
that's what Will's talking about. The production value is great on that album.
It is. What do you guys think of that starting point where like it's the very cynic inspired, voice, like reflecting ourselves of the
Yeah.
blood of
I like the different vocal changes
I don't like
throughout
that.
the album. You don't like it?
I don't like
I
that
like
voice
that.
of Joe's. I like the different, I guess, but I just
Yeah.
don't prefer for my. I don't know.
Not in this song.
That song. I don't know. It bugs me.
I think it goes well because it's different, like the
Yeah.
different sound effects from the guitars. I think
Yeah.
it works well. I think it's a good song that works
I just
well.
get a mental block every time I hear say, "I see things so
But I-
simple." I'm like,
no, dude, I love that.
the
I
lyrics
think-
are good as a
I
whole.
think it cuts
but
in
I'm
really well.
Nah.
I think it works great for that song. And when they do the harder part with the and then they bring back the tapping riff, that shit transitions so smooth. It's definitely a grower.
That's Mario, dude.
But for lyric wise, I love the fucking, and it's not gonna sound good when I say it, but when he sings it, it sounds fucking awesome with the that intro part with the "we all behave like children, taking off the head of our teddy bear to see what's inside, taking, not giving back. We drain the oceans and suck all the blood up from the soil. We spend the time we have left fighting and killing each other. Lust for comfort, entertainment becomes an obsession, and there is so much time to kill." Dude, that fucking lyric is so good.
I think it's
and then he goes into the what?
I said I think it's a little sappy.
Oh my god, no! And then it goes into the way I say things.
It's pretty cool.
It's so simple.
But when
it's
I heard
catchy.
these songs back to back, From the Sky versus this, dude,
From
From
the
the Sky is
Sky.
all banger.
Okay, let's get to
dude.
From the Sky. Let's
Dude,
get to From the
into
Sky.
Slide City, dude.
Slide
Let's go to
Pick
Slide
City.
City.
Pickscrape City.
Pickscrape City. Oh my god! But this is an obvious banger. It's so fucking good.
Look what I put on my notes.
What'd you put?
Pick scrapes for days, man.
For days.
Dude, it gets the
all you
job done
need.
as a metal song, dude.
It does, and even the part where it slows the.
Oh, yeah.
And I really I like. Okay, so yeah, when I was talking about the vocals in A Sight to Behold, I think that the vocals really stand out more in From the Sky. I just really like his melodic screams.
Yes, his melodic screams are there in From the Sky,
I
especially
love
the end.
that. That's where he really
From the
finds.
sky.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Amazing.
That's why I just have a head to that. I don't know.
That is a moment that really separates Joe Duplantier from other screamers. Is that melodic scream? It is so fucking good at the end of that
it's
song.
very rare that you see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Devin
agree.
Townsend. Devin Townsend.
Devin Townsend. Yeah, Devin Townsend.
That guy's a different beast.
That guy's
dude.
That's
not
a whole
human.
different animal. I was going to say
Inhuman.
Mike Patton. It's another one with a good melodic scream.
Mike Patton. That boy ain't right either.
But anyway, sticking to just metal. Yes, good. Joe Duplantier. I think this really shows off how good he is as a screamer.
He worked a lot, I feel like, on this
Yeah.
album, his voice.
Definitely. Yeah, from the past albums, I completely agree. That's a really good point. That's another reason this album sets them ahead of the pack.
Yeah.
As far as this is Gojira. Because if you
And
listen.
this is when you hear of him. It's from Mars, yeah.
Yeah, when you hear his voice on From Mars to Sirius versus The Link and versus Terra Incognita, you're only getting kind of screams. You're not really hearing the melodic side
And it
of
goes
Joe
back.
yet.
It goes back again to what you were talking about with the whole how you could definitely hear the Sepultura Machine Head and
Yes.
Morbid Angel influences in those early albums.
Yeah.
Because those vocals are like cut and paste, like
Whoa,
Machine Head.
whoa.
No, it's not cutting.
Not cut and
Taking
paste.
shots.
but-
Taking
brother.
shots, brother. I don't think about Rob
Except for
Flynn,
Space
dude.
Time.
Hey, Bo, you better look in my eyes and let freedom reign with a shotgun blast
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
But anyway, getting back to Gojira. It's a hard one to compare. They're completely different. But I think if I'm going to make a pick, I love A Sight to Behold. It's grown on me a lot. The lyrics are fucking awesome. This is a very tough decision, but I'm going to go with From the Sky, dude.
Oh,
You're going with it?
From the Sky is so fucking
I like
good.
the complexity.
Yes.
I like the changes from Sight to Behold.
Yes.
But I want the banger. I
Yes.
want From the
The
Sky.
And if it was, I
Is
think
it unanimous?
yeah, it might be
Wow.
unanimous. But I think if From the Sky just was only banging and they had that slowdown part and then the melodic stuff in the end to bring it back, I think I would have gone with A Sight to Behold. But From the Sky is a big, epic song and
It's
it
a grower.
fucking works and it's awesome.
Yes,
So, From
I
the
agree.
Sky gets the pentagram of truth.
Wow,
glad.
easy.
I'm glad.
I can't believe that. I really
know.
thought you were gonna go Sight to
You
Behold.
talked a lot about
Yeah.
Sight.
No. Okay, this is the reason why. I think
but it's good.
From the Sky has a good place in the catalog. Everyone knows that as Gojira fans. I don't see a lot of love out there for A Sight to Behold. It needs to be talked about a little bit more. It's a fucking awesome song. It's very different. I can see I could throw people
I'll listen
off.
to it a couple more times after you talked
Yeah.
about it, honestly.
Go and put the
I'll think
lyrics
about
on.
it,
Yeah.
That shit is fucking awesome. It's a great song. Okay, so let's move on to track number 4, Where Dragons Dwell against Yama's Message.
Were we going to start with Where Dragons? Or
Yeah,
were we
let's
gonna
start with Where Dragons Dwell. I think 'cause
This song is a journey.
yeah, it really is. Dude, the fucking intro from Where the Dragons Dwell is such a big
I think I found myself.
I
Yeah.
feel like
In
it's
that-
a sludgy
in that intro.
Yeah.
like a little bit of sludge in
Yeah,
there.
but
Oh,
it
yeah.
works so
And it
well
picks
because the
up with a
melody
double
cuts through with the
bass.
chords, right? Like you
Yeah.
can hear. Doo,
It's
doo.
captivating. The intro is captivating.
Those are heavy lyrics too. I like him.
Oh yeah, me
Yeah.
too. About the dragon within,
Yes,
brother.
dude.
The dragon within.
Joe's bringing the evidence.
He is.
The beast is alive.
The beast is a lot. Yeah, and I love the way it transitions from the really epic, powerful chords in the beginning into the boom, boom, and then he does the little harmonic things.
With the phaser kind of thing. Yeah,
and
that's
then
butter.
he goes into the super basic riff, but that shit is so.
I hear a lot of
fucking
Morbid
heavy.
Angel.
It translates
This-
very
this
well.
song?
What?
Yes,
No,
dude.
dude, what are
There's
you talking
a
about,
lot of
Morbid
double bass and a lot of
But
tremolo
that's not
picking.
Morbid Angel.
That is them, dude.
I don't
Straight
think
up
so.
Death metal on
You
that.
think just that dun dun drrrr, you think
Yes,
that's very
dude.
Morbid Angel
That's
esque?
super. You don't think so?
I don't know. I think it's kind of, but I don't think it's like
I
that,
believe so.
that much. But I think continuing on the song when they do that transition, that little pick scrape to come back into those open chords at the beginning,
Yeah.
that shit's fucking butter.
It hits home.
Yeah, but and then when it goes back into the second verse, okay. But what do you guys think about the ending? Because that part I've always struggled with. I love this song. I don't think that's a great riff to just play for 2 or 3 minutes straight.
Yeah, it's prolonged.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. It drags.
It's overdone.
I think it's overdone a little bit, and I love when they do that.
But they do that a lot in their songs.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the riffs they do it with usually fucking. I'm like, whatever, play that. I'll see. Okay, for example, Explosia.
Explosion. I knew you were going to go to that.
Explosion,
The
that-
outro.
Or the Gift of Guilt, dude.
Or the
Woo!
gift, the ending fucking riff. I'd pay $20 to see them play that for 45 fucking minutes. I don't give a shit. You
I
kidding
agree.
me?
That
No, I
shit is
understand.
gold.
But this one, okay, so I've seen live videos and it works better with Mario, his stamina live. You got to look this up when he plays it. He does double bass, like just brrr, for like 2.5 minutes straight. It's
Yeah.
fucking nuts.
That's insane, dude.
And it's awesome. And I like the lyrics of the part. I like the way it comes off, but I just think that riff it's okay. It's not the
Yeah.
best. You know what I mean?
I can see what you're saying.
But
Definitely.
the song's still great. It's a great fucking song. I don't know about the transition with the chimes into that riff too. You know what I mean?
Or they're
Yeah,
trying to-
it's
yeah.
that's a little bit of
It's
a
kind of just
curveball.
like a stop, and then let's put a different thing in. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Cutting, yeah.
Is that the cut and paste?
The cut and paste. Is it 2 different songs combined? I don't know. And maybe I'll get chastised
no,
for
I
that.
don't
But
think so.
I'm not in love with it. Whereas, so let's move on to Yama's message.
Oh, dude, that's
It's
some
fucking
big,
heavy.
Those
It's
some
heavy,
big
dude.
guitars,
They're
dude.
both fucking heavy. But I
Yes.
think Yama's message starts worse because I don't think that
I
riff
agree.
is as good.
It's
as,
okay.
But the
It's not bad.
transitions and the drumming is
Yes.
what makes this song.
Oh,
And
some
Yama-
of those riffs are killer.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
fucking end is so heavy.
Yes.
Yama's message is fucking dope. Okay, so Yama, I was reading this. Yama is a Hindu god of death.
Oh, man,
And so
that
this
enhances the song.
so
Yeah,
already.
so if you read the lyrics about it, it's about him taking so many lives. That way, they have that one line where it's like, where it's say, "I've killed so many, I don't want to count." Oh, I love that last verse. They bring it
Yeah,
back.
that's
I
like,
that is
love
man.
that is
shit.
evil and metal,
Evil,
dude. I
yeah.
love it.
It's great lyrics. I don't know if they're better than Where the Dragons Dwell because I love Where the Dragons Dwell lyrics too.
I wasn't too fond of these two songs. Like as a whole. Like
As a whole,
really?
on this
Yeah.
album,
Yeah.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
I think Yama's message is a bottom tier song
yeah, so is
on the Way of
Dragon's
All
Dwell.
Flesh. Yeah,
So-
could be. I think I have a harder time
I think
saying
these
that
are
Where
the
Dragons
bottom
Dwell.
I
track
think I really
songs.
like Where the Dragons Dwell, man.
Yeah?
I don't
Yeah.
know why.
I like it too a lot. And I'm not saying that. Okay. Also, for anyone out there, just because they're bottoms here on this album doesn't mean they're
mean-
bottom tier
yeah.
songs. 'Cause they're fucking awesome songs
Yes,
compared to
exactly.
other bands and other genres, and they're great
sure.
Gojira songs. But yeah, I think Yama's message is definitely a bottom tier song on the Way of All Flesh. Where the Dragon Dwell, I agree with Tommy. I don't know if it's bottom tier, but it's definitely mid. It's not. It's not a top
Yeah.
5 song, but it's not a bottom 3. So kind of in the middle.
Because it's not like a banger, you know? It's not like you're going to open it up for that song. But
Yeah.
it's like that
You're
song
gonna bang your
is-
fucking head though.
Yeah, you're going to get into it.
Yeah.
For sure. And the lyrics they hit home to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I like it.
They don't hit
Finding
home
your-
like I don't fucking know
No,
a dragon or
I-
anything, but
No, but it's about finding the inner dragon within.
Yeah, within
dude.
you, yeah.
Because I didn't know that about the song. When I went back for this,
the metaphors and all that
yeah,
shit.
and then read the lyrics,
Yeah.
dude, makes the song so much better. I love when lyrics do that. Gojira is one of those bands that makes me like, fuck.
It makes
Where
the
the
way you can
dragons
come
dwell,
back
guess
to
what,
it.
JJ? They dwell in your fucking heart, bro. Become the dragon. Way better than the Trivium Become the Dragon.
Oh, wow. That's all big. Dude, I don't know.
About to
That's a
get
different
JJ
day.
mad.
That's a different day.
That's a
Get
different day.
fired up here. Tommy, what are you picking?
What are you picking, Tommy?
Shit, I'm taking Where the Dragons Dwell,
Wow.
man. I
Yeah,
love
that's a
that
big
song.
hit.
I'm taking Yama's message.
Yama's message?
Yeah,
Shit, dude.
Dude, those are some heavy lyrics. What you just told me.
I know.
The God of Death, dude.
The God of Death.
That makes it
and
so
there's
much heavier.
Great lines in Yama's message. I gotta pull a couple up, but what's it called? Jeez, let me see. Yeah, endure the pain. They're giving me slow flashes of life blurred by suffering. Distant reminder of funeral piles. Thousands of people dying. I'm taking back all the pain distributed through the ages unconscious. My brain scattered, fed habitants of this cage consuming my heart. I've killed so many I don't want to count. I spent a life raping the world, both far and near. Before you now I come. Please help, Creator, faultless one. Dude, you know, it's a pretty fucking metal song. But yeah.
So what are you taking?
No, I'm taking Where the Dragons Dwell.
Where the
dude.
fuck?
I'm gonna
Why
take
the
Where the
fuck would you
Dragons
read
Dwell.
those lyrics?
Because, dude,
Butter.
I love the big, as a song, I think that big intro for Where the Dragons Dwell works better, right?
Yeah.
That's hilarious, dude.
That's
hilarious.
Dude, I love how that shit builds. Oh, dude,
awesome.
I could listen to that.
Completely agree. It's
So that's why, like, Explosion, he says you can listen to it for 30 minutes. I can listen to the intro to Where Dragons Dwell for, like, probably an hour, and then I go to sleep and have, like, the best dream of my life.
You have a dream of you
I
just
would
flying
fucking,
as a
yeah, I'll
dragon.
I'll be on a dragon's back, dude.
That's awesome.
All right, so the pentagram of truth goes to Where the Dragons Dwell.
Dang.
Okay, track number
Bingo.
5. This is the one where it's the instrumentals. They're extremely similar, obviously. So Unicorn against the Silver Chord. Really short. I guess
Should have just
let's
cut
just
these
take a
songs
pick.
out.
Let's take a pick. JJ, where you going
I'll
with?
go with the silver chord.
Silver Chord?
I'm
little
thinking
more.
Silver Chord as well.
Really?
It has a tiny bit more.
I'm going to go with Unicorn because I think it works better in its placement on the album. Because it goes better into Where
I
the
was gonna say
Dragons
that
Dwell.
about Silver Chord.
Into All the Tears?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Really? I think it...
slightly.
No, I like Unicorn to Where the Dragons Dwell a
Unicorn's
little better.
so out of context, I think, dude. It just
I think it's a random placement. To tell you the
Yeah.
truth. You just said it fits.
No. It fits, but I understand what you mean. Like from where the sky into Unicorn. That's
Yeah,
weird.
okay, yeah.
What I'm saying is Unicorn into Where the Dragons Dwell. Fucking
Like
awesome.
you're on a heavy
But I
high.
agree on the Way of All Flesh. If you're looking at side A in the album, those first 4 tracks, I mean, let's bang it out. Let's bang it out. Or sorry, end side A with the Silver Chord. So you have that, and then you flip the album over, and then you're into All the Tears. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
pretty fucking cool.
Exactly.
But I do love the way Unicorn goes into Where the Dragons Dwell. But we're giving it to the Silver Chord, so I didn't expect that of y'all. I thought,
Really? Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
thought Unicorn. Okay, so track number 6. We're halfway through the album. The heaviest, I think, this is kind of an easy one a little bit to me. Number 6, the heaviest matter of the universe against all the tears.
Yeah, this is super
guys.
easy.
3, 2, 1.
Heaviest
Heaviest matter of the universe.
If there has ever been a song that's title described the fucking song,
It's the
it's
heaviest
like
matter of the
to the
universe.
T.
Yeah.
It's heaviest fucking matter
I
of the universe,
completely
dude.
agree. It's so fucking good.
People die.
Dude, it's incredible. I mean, what can you say about it? Like, it does its job. You open up the
does its
pit.
job.
Why did
Dude, like,
exactly?
it's
Why
so
are they
fucking
playing it
heavy,
second
dude.
live
Shirts off.
nowadays?
Dude.
Why are they playing second?
It
Because
opens
it's-
it up.
Yes, because everyone knows the second song is when you want the biggest pop, and fucking the heaviest matter of the universe always gets that pop, dude.
Dude, you get that stank face.
That
you're
first
nodding your head.
breakdown,
Oh, yeah.
it's just breakdown after breakdown. It's a fast intro. Then you got the bass, and he always calls for the circle pit on that slow part. And then we got the, he does the singing, screaming part.
Yeah.
And then into one of the best fucking riffs maybe ever. And I'm sorry if I keep saying that, but there's so many good fucking riffs on this album.
I agree.
But this riff is so fucking
Yes,
good.
dude, the transition.
Oh,
The
my
transitions are fantastic. You got the slides. You got the double bass.
Exactly.
Dude.
You got the
big
lyrics about
riffs.
flying into a star. Like, it's the fucking
So
coolest
dynamic.
shit.
It's
Yeah.
heavy.
Universal.
Man,
That's
dude.
And
universal.
it's a top popularity wise. It's a top song for Gojira. So
It's a
I
top
guess
tier Gojira song.
yeah,
period.
for sure. I agree. Top 10
Yes.
for sure.
What? I'm putting him in the top 5.
Top 5.
Wow,
Yes, dude.
that is a big hit, I think.
Wow, I can't believe.
I think
what is put in
technically
the
why
top 5.
Technically, I don't know. It's got some banging riffs, but I think
It's amazing. Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
I'm just
I'd
trying
say
to-
top 10
right now. I'm
for
just
sure.
trying
I
to
can't
think.
even.
I'm thinking of all the catalog of Gojira songs, and I'm trying to remember.
And I see a lot of songs getting destroyed by this song.
Really?
Yes, dude.
Wow.
What do you put it? You
As
take
far as
that or
bangers,
Toxic Garbage?
as far as like bangers, or as far as like just songs as a whole, what do you think?
Like in general,
Hell
Gojira's
yeah.
like this is the pinnacle of Gojira's career.
Well, what do you think? You would take that over Toxic Garbage?
Yeah, dude, I would.
Would you take it over Orobours?
Yeah. Oh, you're an Orobours. Why didn't you put that?
I just had to. Would you do it over? You do it over Backbone.
See, yeah,
right?
that's
I
what-
do it
yeah.
over Backbone. What about
For
Ocean
sure.
Planet?
Barely.
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 Wow.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's a quintessential, Gojira
Yeah,
song,
yeah.
and now it's become a quintessential song of the 2000s. Obviously, just because of the title. I mean, if you're like some guy off the street came
That's
up
an
to me and said,
incredible
"Hey,"
title.
Yeah, I
It
know.
is.
I've never heard of metal. What's heavy mean? I'd be like, this is the heaviest matter of the fucking universe. Okay, we're gonna put it on
Exactly.
right
That is
now.
how to show
Dude,
people metal.
It's a
Just
masterpiece,
listen to
dude.
this.
It's truly
It is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
And I hate it.
awesome.
I mean, I it's like I really like all the tiers, but it's just like there's no matchup.
That's why it's called All the Tears, because it's getting beat by
It's
heaviest
getting
beat the
metal
shit
in
out
the
of it.
universe.
Yeah, let's.
exactly. But again, I like. Okay, we can go into all the tiers, even though it's all unanimous, pretty much, right? Of heaviest.
Yeah, come on.
I'll
Let's
just
see
say
that
one
one.
thing. I really like Joe's vocal melodies and his screaming melodies, kind of.
And
in-
which one?
in
All the tiers. Yeah, let's talk about all the tiers a
I
little
like
bit.
the soft
'cause
melodies in it. It's pretty cool.
All the tiers is a good riff. The
squealies in the beginning.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the song. It's a
Yeah.
good song, but come on.
But I'm gonna make a
Exactly.
bold statement here. For me, and it's an average Gojira song, but on the Way of All Flesh, I think it's the worst song on the album.
Wow.
All the tiers.
All the tears,
Okay.
Oh,
You
man.
know what? I see that.
because they beat that riff to hell.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
And then they have
It
one
becomes
change.
redundant.
Yeah. Then they have one change in it, but it really doesn't. It doesn't do much for me. Not as much as some of the other songs in this album, especially when we go to the next song and later on.
oh
I mean,
my God.
but yeah. So
God.
I still like it. All the Tears is a great. Mario's drumming. I mean, what can you say? It's fantastic. The double bass parts and the hard stops, and then the blast beats. It's fucking awesome. The lyrics are cool. They're not my favorite in the world, but they're still good. But yeah, compared to Heaviest Matter in the Universe, that's
It's
just
just
an
too
easy
many
one.
good songs on these albums. Like, it just doesn't do it for me personally.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
like, that's why.
I agree.
I don't
That's
know.
the exact same way I feel. If you would put this on another Gojira album, maybe I'd have a different opinion. If you put this on Terra
Actually, yeah.
Incognita, maybe I'd say it was a top tier song.
Probably. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
What about L'Avant Sauvage? If you put this on L'Avant Sauvage,
Yes,
where would it place?
yes.
I think it would place in the middle or a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Like, slightly higher.
Slightly
Yeah.
higher.
Maybe middle.
There's some bangers
There's some
on there.
great
Yeah,
ones
there's some
on
good
there.
ones on there.
Explosia, L'Avant Sauvage.
Axe, dude.
The Axe. Fucking Gift of Guilt.
Gift of Guilt are awesome, too.
Yeah.
there's too
Pain
many
is my
good
master, or whatever that one's called. Yeah, so I don't know, but I think in the context of this album, yeah, it's a bottom tier. It's my least favorite.
Yeah.
Least favorite. So Heaviest Matter, that's an easy win, number
Classic.
6. So as we get to the middle point, Tommy, we talk about the album covers. So we
This
have
is
the vinyls
actually
up.
pretty hard, too.
We got the vinyls in front of us right now. If you guys want to
snap.
take a grab at them and turn them around and let's take a good look at them.
Oh, beautiful.
No, you can just sit down and just grab it, and then JJ grab that one. And let's take a gander.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Okay, so the front of both.
Man. dude.
Oh, I love the way
The
of all
art
flesh.
style on
And-
both of them are pretty cool, man.
I know.
Did Mario he painted the Mars series as well? Or
Yes, I believe he did both.
I thought
for
he did
sure he
just the
did Way of All Flesh. That looks like Mario's.
Yeah, and if you open it,
style.
okay, so if we're just going for the front cover, JJ, can you hold it up?
Yeah.
Or just flip it around. If you go for the front cover, if you're trying to do this debate, obviously go look them up online. Front cover.
Oh shit.
If you do front cover, what are you guys going with? Off the top of your head,
Oh, March the series.
from Mars is Sirius.
Way of All
Yeah.
Flesh, I think actually.
Way of All Flesh. Fuck, dude. for
I
me,
like
it's-
this, dude. It's so fucking
I love
cool.
the whales, but I like this guy. It fits the theme of the album, all about death and all that good stuff.
Yeah, that's why I like it more.
So does
But
this
that, I
one.
mean, that is just
Yeah, from Mars is
on.
Sirius obviously fits from Mars is Sirius too, especially the title track or the two tracks that are combined to make the
If
title
we
track.
count 1, 2, 3, what are you picking?
Oh, I'm gonna go with From Mars is Sirius.
big
I think it's become more
Dang.
iconic,
It's more iconic, yeah, definitely.
and just for
More
that, I'm gonna take it.
iconic?
Yeah. Okay, if you open them up though, if we can look at the insides, I think it's a different story though, because I think when the albums open up, I'll take The Way of All Flesh.
It's way more
Oh
like
my
symbolic.
It's more symbolic.
That's so cool.
deeper.
Dude.
Yeah,
But
deeper.
look at this lyric, dude.
Yeah, so if you open up the from Mars the Sirius album, it has a lyric and it says, "Thy serpent made of bone, finally rise up from the ground, awaken." And there's
That's
like a
pretty
hidden
fucking
dragon in the
heavy.
back. But if you
Pretty
open
heavy.
up The Way of All Flesh, it's just art.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that more.
I really like that.
I don't want the lyrics on that. I want the page of the lyrics. Why did they write the lyrics on the inner?
Yeah.
Put it on
I
the
don't
sleeve,
like that.
right?
Put it on the sleeve. Put it on the sleeve. I like the lyrics on
Yeah.
the sleeve. I don't like it on the inside cover.
And yeah,
I guess
and
if you're going overall.
So
The Way of
overall, I'd
All
go The Way of
Flesh.
All Flesh.
Yeah, I would
But
concur on that.
covers from Mars is Sirius.
I would say Way of All Flesh, everything.
But we're only going covers, so I'm going Mars.
Yeah, from Mars. So that one gets the win.
Butter.
So let's continue on. Track number 7.
This was incredibly hard too.
This was really hard, and we're gonna talk about it
it is.
because one of these tracks does not get enough love in the world right now.
This hurt my
But-
brain.
It's-
so-
it ain't right.
It ain't right. Track number 7 is "Flying Whales" against "Adoration,
Adoration.
for
Oh.
None."
I'm like one of the biggest Randy Blythe fans.
Yes.
Like,
So "Adoration
Randy's
for None."
grown
If
on
you
me,
haven't
dude.
listened,
Randy's a
love Randy.
fucking maniac.
is Randy Blythe on the featured on the track, and it is just starts off banging as fuck.
It
that
doesn't stop,
verse
dude.
riff. You got the two best things I ever want in a Gojira song, Machine Head song, metal song: harmonics and pick scrapes.
Oh my god.
Let's get it going.
Open it
Dun,
up.
dun, 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 dun.
Dude, this song has riff after riff,
Riff.
after riff.
Is it even fair though? Because Randy Blythe is on it.
And dude, Randy into fucking Joe, back to Randy. The
Yeah.
Dude,
track
those screams of both of them, man.
Jesus.
Jeez.
so fucking good. And when that breakdown comes, "Adoration for None."
Yeah.
That
Oh my
riff
God.
is so
Dude.
Heavy.
Just open it
heavy
up, dude.
as fuck. Have you guys read the lyrics for the song?
Yes, they're
It changed my
fucking
life.
cool.
I literally read the lyrics for the first time 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
It just made the song 20 times better because I
enhances
love
so
Flying
hard.
Whales. I love Flying Whales, but "Adoration for None's" lyrics destroy Flying
do.
Whales.
And it's not
They do.
even close.
It's not even close for me.
But okay. So we talked about obviously Adoration is top tier. But we were saying how from Mars to Sirius is more of like a grower, progger,
Yeah.
and that's
Well, I think, okay, for "Adoration for None," the first time I heard that breakdown, I couldn't catch the time. And it kind of threw me off. I'm like, I don't know about the song. And then the ending also, I was kind of like, I don't really know if I like this. But the more I listen to it, and now when that breakdown comes,
yes,
shirts
dude.
off. Shirts
Absolutely.
off. I'm
sure.
swinging it. If they ever go on tour with Lamb of God and get Randy Blythe to do this,
Dude, we got to do it.
it is game
but I mean,
over.
have y'all seen any videos of maybe
He's done Backbone with
flying
them.
whales live? Maybe like Wall of Death or when people kill each
We've
other.
seen it
Dude,
both times we've seen
yeah.
them live.
That's what I'm
They always
saying.
do.
I've always
people
said.
die.
I know. I'm
dude.
trying to use my imaginations for "Adoration for
Yes,
None," and
that's what
I
I'm
know
saying.
for me it would pop. What I'm worried about is the rest of the fans for Gojira.
I just don't think it
Nah.
would work in a live,
live
show.
context.
a live
Yeah.
shedding. I think it would, but I just don't think enough people know the song to be like.
If they were
"Whoa."
fans,
Yeah.
if they
But if-
promoted it more,
Yeah, if there were more fans out there for this song, and maybe there are, I just haven't heard enough about it from
True,
the
but
things
we're
I
not
read.
talking
Do they
about
play it a lot
live,
live?
brother.
They don't
We're
even
talking
play it- they
about the singles, the
That's
studio
true.
version.
We're talking about the studio. So,
And I've always said time and time again.
they-
We're going to Flying Whales real quick, just because I've always said this. I don't know why they don't open up with it. The instrumental in the beginning, dude, is just soothing. It's just
Yes.
relaxing, and it starts picking up
yeah.
with that guitar
Wait,
picking.
before we go into Flying Whales, let's finish because I want to know y'all's thoughts on the end of "Adoration for the doom doom brrr, boom." What do you guys think of that ending? You like it or you don't
I-
like it?
I don't.
I don't love it,
don't
but I
love
like it.
Okay, because I didn't
Yeah.
like it at first, but it's really grown on me.
It's growing on you.
Yeah, because I really like the drumming. I think it works for the song, and
Do you think? I don't know.
What?
Do you think
But-
Mario's trying to sound like a little Lamagatti?
no, I think he's still Mario.
At the
I mean,
end,
he's
I'm
not. He's
saying.
not Chris Adler in this. No.
Okay.
Stop it right there.
I love me some Chris Adler, though.
The line into the breakdown is probably one of my favorite parts of the song is the way it delivers. Crave for freedom, build my own life, adoration for none. That shit
that's
hits
some
so
heavy
hard.
shit.
If you haven't read the lyrics to the song or listened to it in a while, pull the lyrics up, listen to this fucking song because it is killer with the lyrics.
Life-changing.
The lyrics really set the song apart. But let's go into Flying Whales. Flying Whales is another top 5 Gojira
It's a
song.
top tier, dude. It really
top
is.
tier.
That one is a top 5 Gojira song for me.
Top 5 over Heaviest Matter? You're crazy.
Flying Whales is something else, dude.
Flying Whales is incredible.
It
though.
is something else.
I don't know. I laugh at those lyrics every time now. The beginning
Yeah,
ones.
I mean, it's a little corny. I like the concept.
Yeah.
But yes, it's a little corny. But JJ was just looking for the whales right now. No one can see the whales.
Yeah.
Like arrows.
It's
in
a
the
fun.
sky.
It's a fun song though. It's so fun.
You
You don't even need to be in the pit actually for this song. You're just just
I know,
chilling,
but
dude.
that build up
You
because
can do
that's
both.
The
Yeah,
tension.
Seriously.
yes, the tension
The tension
exactly.
of this song, because like people, you see them live, they don't even know, like they're already losing their minds. They're like they're ready for that fucking guitar. You know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you see, I don't know. That song is, I love this song.
Yeah, it's fucking
it's amazing.
awesome song. And the transitions and what's it called? The break. There's that double breakdown. So they have that brum, 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 brum,
Yeah.
and then you have the double bass come in. Then when they slow
yeah.
it down and bring that big pick scrape riff, dude, you've seen them live.
Yeah,
you
dude.
know when that riff comes
Yeah.
in, it's like the end of Backbone. Get out of the way.
It's just incredible
Shirts
to
off.
think they're
Again.
both amazing songs, and yet they're very different.
Yeah,
They are.
It's crazy. It's crazy how different they are, and
They
yet
are
they're
different.
both fucking badass.
they
dude.
are fucking
And
badass.
I can't even pick right now because they're
Really?
so good.
Okay, I
I know what you're gonna go with.
I'm
dude.
gonna go with Flying Whales, dude.
Yes.
Flying.
Yeah.
I already said it's a top
Both
5
of
Gojira
them?
Yeah, I have
song.
to go to Flying Whales.
I have to go
I've
with
seen
my
Flying Whales
boy,
live.
Randy Bly.
You're gonna go with Randy Bly? You're gonna go with Adoration
It's
for
too
that?
good,
Adoration for
dude.
none.
That song's so
Okay.
banging.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And seriously, it's a harder decision than most people would think.
Yeah.
Because if
think
you go
most
to a
people
Gojira
would pick Flying
show
Whales.
and we went up to people and you said, "Hey, do you like Flying Whales or do you like Adoration for None better?" They'd be like,
They
"Oh,
say
Flying Whales, easy."
Flying Whales.
Yeah, it's not that
I
easy.
was like, have you heard Adoration for None?
Have you heard Adoration for None? Because fucking Randy slams it.
Very underrated song. Although there's
Very.
another one on here that I think is the most underrated.
Yeah. So Flying Whales is getting the pentagram of truth. So right now, just to give you a score, because we're going to track 8, From Mars to Sirius has 4 pentagrams. The Way of All Flesh has 2.
Dang.
So it's a clear winner right now, but I think we're about to. I think we're about to make a
I
let's
think
big
we're about to turn the
comeback.
tables.
Yeah.
Let's see these
So
B-sides.
track number 8, Into the Wilderness. In the Wilderness, sorry, and versus The Art of Dying. Guys, this is so fucking easy. If you
Yeah.
argue with me on this, I'm done. Get out of here.
1, 2, 3.
The Art
Art
of
of
Dying.
Dying. Yeah.
Oh my
Hands
Dude,
down.
isn't
God.
that a journey or what,
That's
dude?
a fucking
A
journey.
journey.
The fucking little weird intro.
The drumming is from the gods, dude.
The drumming is out of this fucking
that time
world.
signature
Yeah.
out of
Like,
this world, dude.
You see Mario play this live, and he looks like he's on like a different planet. Like he's just in a zone, dude.
He's just doing his own thing,
It's
dude. It's
crazy.
incredible to watch.
Seriously. And then when they bring that riff in, and Joe's kind of going with more of the preachy screams versus like
Exactly.
an on-time scream.
Dude, I love those
And
preachy
it
screams.
builds
Me
upon
too.
itself so
Yes.
beautifully.
Cool.
I think
Yes, and then there's oh my god when it stops
everything
and there's
layers
a
on
big bass
yes.
line. Yeah,
Oh,
Yes, dude.
that is
fucking
an amazing
awesome
song.
Yeah,
In the Wilderness drags on, I think.
yeah.
in my
But
opinion.
let's stay The Art of Dying.
But the-
because I was gonna talk about the lyrics of The Art of Dying.
Dude, those are
Fucking
cool.
dope, dude. The part where it breaks the da-na-na-na, where he's like, "I will not take materials in the afterlife." That part is butter.
Yeah.
And his voice, there we go back with the melodic screams that sets Gojira apart.
It does,
Yeah.
yes.
That line's a little corny where he's like, "I would rather travel light." I don't know if I would have picked that, but it rhymes, so
Again,
whatever.
translation, but yeah.
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 And then can we talk about that ending riff?
Dude,
That
is groovy,
bro.
Hear that for 45 minutes straight.
Exactly. I would watch a whole set of that fucking
that riff.
riff. Game over. It works so well.
Yeah, that
What a
song's
great
too
fucking
good.
song.
It's a great. It is.
Yes, I love
It's-
how they can like really translate emotion into their riffs and like even it's
Yeah.
great.
Fantastic.
Dude, it's
So let's get into
so
the
much
wilderness.
impact.
It's a bottom tier song for me on the way
Yeah.
of all. Or sorry, From Mars to Sirius.
I agree, but the middle part's fucking cool.
Yeah, there's some great riffs on it. It starts fucking
Drums
heavy.
are good, obviously.
Like,
it's
it-
super heavy,
Yes.
but like you know what, it drags. It's a
It
dragger
does
of a
drag
song.
on a lot.
yeah, but I like the little chorus part because I like the lyrics.
It's like 7 minutes long. It's like, does it need to be 7 minutes?
minutes.
Like, I think if it'd be a better song if it were like 4. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we
Yeah.
got the idea. You
We
know?
want the intro.
Unless they, because
we want that heavy intro.
We're used to so many transitions with Gojira. And it's like if you don't have 4 transitions, 3 transitions, or whatever. In
I
your
think there's a
song,
couple
Gojira-
transition songs that work, and like I said, this is another one like All the Tears, where it's a lower tier song in the album, but I don't think it's a bad song.
But it's
still
not
a
bad. That's
It
crazy.
ain't bad.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
fucking song. It's a great
Relatively,
song. And
yeah.
I kind of like the lyrics. I love the chorus. The fucking living respectful, lower your axe and learn from the trees. That's fucking awesome, dude. But yeah, it's a great song. Like I said, if you put that on the link or you put it on Terra Incognita, it's a mid or upper song. Like it's a great song.
Yeah.
But compared to the Art of Dying,
Dude, that's not even close. That's
Not
a
even
joke.
none, yeah.
It's a joke.
not even par, none.
Exactly.
So
Man.
the pentagram of truth goes to the Art of Dying. So the
Rightfully
next number 9, World to Come versus Esoteric Surgery. Guys, this is another easy one for me.
Very easy.
Very easy. Esoteric
Esoteric
surgery,
Surgery.
kills this. Dude,
The World to Come is
Yeah.
such a weird song.
World to Come
It's a weak song, dude.
is my least favorite on both albums.
Yeah.
I would
Right?
say I'm gonna take a big hit.
So
And
simplistic.
like not instrumentals or anything. I would say World to Come is my least favorite Gojira song.
What? I don't know about that.
Wait, like from everything they
From
have,
everything,
all
dude.
discography.
I would say that.
Wow. I don't
And
know.
I
dude. They got
love
some
that
bad
album.
ones.
There's some songs in the first album that are a little weak.
I don't know,
They're
dude.
little weak.
Tommy's
But
looking
you know
at
what I hear when I...
The production is questionable. The beginning, like what's going on with the fucking?
Yeah.
No, it sounds like an out of tune. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like really weird.
They made that song in 15 minutes.
It's super out of context in the album. Very out of context in the album.
The
It's
lyrics,
out of place.
The lyrics are not out of place. The lyrics are pretty cool because
The lyrics,
it's
but,
more
I
of a
mean,
positive thing. But
yeah.
yes, the actual song itself, you know what line always makes you laugh? I think, therefore I am.
You know what? Yeah,
That
yeah.
part makes me laugh.
It's pretty
every time.
monotone.
And I hear the intro, and I'm like, okay, that's why Joe doesn't play
Yeah.
solos.
And going to esoteric surgery, you have the power to hear yourself. Crack it open.
Dude.
Crack
Crack.
it open.
It open.
Open it up.
Because you go to those triplets.
That's pretty cool,
Fucking awesome song. Another
good
great one on the
song,
way of
dude.
all flesh. Banger. But
Yeah.
I think compared to the entire album, it might be lower mid tier, right?
Yeah, I
But
would
it's
agree.
a fucking awesome song.
Yeah.
That's how
Doesn't
good
get
these
a lot of
songs are,
love.
dude.
That's how many
these
good
songs
fucking
are.
songs there are.
Picking, chilling,
Oh, I know.
picking.
I mean,
Seriously.
I really don't got nothing for this song. I mean, I think it's a pure death metal song.
Really?
I think I get
Yeah.
the death metal vibes.
Good transition. I like it way over like All the Tears for sure. Because I like that. No, yeah. You have the power to heal yourself.
Very positive.
Love that shit,
PMA.
dude. Yeah, great lyrics. I mean,
Positive
where can I go
mental
from that? So that's an easy one. Esoteric, it's the pentagram.
Oh,
of
looks like the
truth.
Way of All Flesh is catching up.
I
dude.
know,
dude.
and this one's
What's the
another one. This
score?
is the score. So the score now is
Tied? Is it tied? Looks like it
no
might be.
5-4. But guys, we're going to track number 10, and this is another easy
Yeah,
one.
it's another unanimous. I think.
So track number 10 and the problem is they separate. This is my
That is a
biggest
big- yeah.
problem with From Mars to Sirius. Why did they separate From Mars to Sirius?
Right?
That should be one track.
because
There
they're
needs to
so
be
artsy,
one
dude.
track.
It makes sense that it just stops and starts right on the other one, but now doing a track to track comparison is kind of hard with it. So if we do From Mars against Vacuity,
Come on, this
Guys.
is another joke.
this is another joke.
another
Vacuity
joke.
is one of the
Dude.
best fucking songs.
The most powerful vocals like I've ever
yeah.
seen addressed in my life, dude.
One of the most powerful low end melodies, right? Because you got a lot of
Yes.
high end melodies and melodies you can hum along, but there's not a lot of ones we can hum along the low end. You know
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah. And some people anyone else would sound cheesy, but that chant chorus, dude, I get
Yes.
up to that shit, dude.
And the lyrics are so
They're
fucking
butter.
good,
Dude,
guys.
I
that
just wanna bang my
opening
head.
Line for Vacuity is so fucking good. The sickness of this world is destroying all the dreams. The fools are kings, tearing apart the soul. The race for complication, communication, reaction. The lack of heart of men. I grow distant from the core.
Joe is a French prophet, dude.
French prophet.
He's
Seriously.
awesome, dude. He's an awesome lyricist.
And that fucking chorus, follow. I enter my dimensions, awaken heart of life. Enforce my senses, I'm understanding. I will find the will to live straight. And then it has that train.
Breakdown gold, too.
Dude, just gets you amped up, dude.
Seriously,
Yeah,
there's a
gets you
reason this is the
amped up.
fucking closer, dude.
Yes.
It's
positive. It's heavy, dude.
This should always be their closer.
Yeah, I agree.
Such a good fucking song, man.
Yeah.
That's
That's what I'm saying. It's just
Yes,
Breakdown
dude.
City. Dude.
I know in that last breakdown, Mario's drumming
Oh,
again.
that transition's
And
fucking
then
cool, dude.
When Joe,
blast
his
beats.
voice syncopates with the drums.
Yes.
Stop.
I agree.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Top
when music
top
is
3 song on this
resurrected.
album for sure. Is it
Top 3?
Yes. Is it a top 5 Gojira song?
I don't think it's top 5.
I put it in
but
top
it's
10.
up there.
It's a top 10.
It's a top 10.
Yeah.
It's too many good
It might
songs,
be
I
dude.
think you
Top
should just categorize like there's like Gojira bangers, there's Gojira prog journeys.
Yep.
Like there's so many types of Gojira. I don't know.
Seriously, but
hard to,
let's-
like-
in general. You're just gonna list
Yeah.
it in general. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They got everything.
Yeah.
They got a little something for everybody.
Open mind,
Yeah.
open heart. Open
So let's go on From Mars, because I think From Mars is better than The World to Come, because as a track flowing into Sirius,
Come on.
into to Sirius, it's fucking awesome. I like it.
It's okay.
I think it works for
I'm
me.
not really feeling it.
Because
I
the
don't feel
way
it that well.
transfer the
Do you like
it?
I really like, and I like From Mars to Sirius. If you could say like what Will say, if it was one song, you know, like
But
if
yeah.
it were,
Well, let's look at it as what it is. I'm gonna say it is. I don't give a fuck that it's listed different. It is one song. And if we compare that one song to Vacuity, it still loses. I
it still
think.
loses. Yeah,
Yes, it does.
But if you,
So, but I
the
love
transition
the
is so great from Mars to Sirius. I love
yes.
it. It's so
and I love the
gold.
very low singing. I just looked myself straight in the eye.
See, that's what I don't like. I don't like his singing that
You don't
song.
like that?
I don't.
But it works, and then
Like-
it builds up a little bit.
You said
I
you
give
like
him-
his vocal changes.
That's
There's a
what, that's
vocal
what I'm
change.
saying. I give him kudos for giving all these transitions on
Yeah,
his
yeah.
voice, but like it doesn't work for me. For me, it doesn't work.
But it's a build up for the next song, and then it just smacks you.
To grow
Oh, it does.
So let's
dude.
get into Sirius, because that fucking song is awesome.
Dude, the guitar effects on that song. It's pretty cool,
That's
dude.
gold.
And then the another
Yes,
great
dude.
tapping Gojira riff that's
like
on the
it.
low end melody spectrum. Fucking awesome song.
It's a good song.
Altogether, it's hard for me to listen to one separate than the other. That's why I want to consider
Yeah.
it one track. You know what I mean? It's not listed as such, but even so, like I said, it's not better than Vacuity together.
No, even a combo.
But it's still great.
So that takes the notch.
Great. It would be fucking awesome to see that one live if they just slowed it down and then did both.
That'd be cool.
And imagine the dynamics of the volume when it slams into Sirius.
stop
That
it.
shit would be fucking dope.
It would be.
Dope. The lights and everything. I think they can make it work really well live. They
Yeah,
should,
I could see
They should
that
consider
happening.
it doing it live.
I don't think it will happen though,
Me either. But you never know, man. You never know.
Maybe it'd be badass.
unless they do like a
Reunion tour.
anniversary
Yeah,
tour.
anniversary tour or some shit.
Exactly. But they said they don't want to play any of these songs or any of these albums all the way through. So one of the interviews I read, and actually, Joe said because they can't play Esoteric Surgery live. There's a riff that's too complicated that he can't sing and play at the same time.
JoJo.
Joe,
Come on,
I read that
Joe.
somewhere. Fact check me. I
Even
might
if
be
that's
wrong.
true, you don't admit it, bro.
Hey, he's humble, man. Whatever, dog.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
he's
Joe's
a
fucking
minimalist.
cool guy, dude.
Yeah. So let's go on to track 11 with. So we talked about To Sirius, great song.
Did you write the pentagram though?
Oh, the pentagram, yes.
Come
It's
on,
to go to
dude, step your
Vacuity.
game up.
JJ's,
Okay.
JJ's on the pentagram.
But we're talking about To Sirius versus the Wolf Down the Earth. Wolf Down the Earth is cool.
Dude, I love that
I think
song.
it helped closes out the album, like on the B sides. Like
Yes.
it helps. You know what I mean? It definitely
But
sets the
I
vibe.
don't understand why Vacuity is not the last song on The Way of All Flesh.
Yeah, it's just
No,
a
yeah.
closer.
It should be the closer. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like The Way of All Flesh, but I think Vacuity's a better closer than The Way of All Flesh.
The Way of All Flesh. Yeah.
Imagine the album stopping with that last drum beat.
That'd be pretty cool.
It'd be fucking awesome. But yeah, Wolf Down the Earth. I mean, I like the intro tremolo picking, and then you go into
Dude, it's just a cool riff,
just more banging,
dude.
just more banging it up. But is it better than To Sirius?
I think it is.
Really?
They're very to me like not taking from Mars, but like just 2 series. Like it has the same structure as from Wolf, and like I like it better. I like that riff better
Too
Then-
serious or which one?
It's a
Sirius?
series, yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I think so as well.
Yeah,
You
and
do too?
I like the lyrics too, and I think that fits the theme of the album, floating around the planets and shit. I mean, if you just look at the album cover, this is what I'm picturing when I listen to the song, right? I
Yeah.
think it fits very, very well with it.
Exactly.
Despite the whale that is not mentioned in the song, but yeah, the
Yeah, no,
Sirius is
yeah.
awesome, and I think as a whole, like if we're gonna do from Mars, because it's really hard for me to just separate to Sirius, but I think it's a better song than Wolf Down the Earth.
Definitely.
Wolf Down the Earth is great, and it's another fucking banger. Once again, if you threw it on another Gojira album, it might be a top tier song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on this album, it's in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't
It's-
know. There's a
okay,
slight edge.
Would you take Wolf Down the Earth or Esoteric Surgery?
Esoteric.
Really?
Yeah. You?
I think I'd take Esoteric Surgery too.
Yeah.
I
So-
would too.
But like I'm saying, I like that Wolf Down to Earth, that main riff. It's fucking
Oh
cool.
yeah, no, it's dope. Okay, what about Yama's Message or Wolf Down the Earth?
I take Wolf Down to Earth for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Wolf Down the
I'm
Earth?
not the biggest fan of Yama's Messengers.
Yeah, I think I take Wolf Down the
But
Earth
like you
too.
said, the lyrics are cool. Like so
Yeah.
I gotta listen to it again.
Yeah.
Wolf Down the Earth has pretty cool lyrics too, but I don't think they're as good as I like Yama's Message a little bit more, but lyrically, sorry, but as a song as a whole, I think Wolf Down the Earth is better. But so if we're gonna go with our picks,
It's unanimous to Sirius?
I'm going to Sirius.
Slight edge.
To Sirius?
Yeah, barely
Okay.
though.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so to Sirius gets the Pentagram of Truth, which brings us to our last track. This is a hard one, guys. Global warming against the way of all flesh.
They're both different as well.
They're super different. Okay,
Global
because
warming
it
is very
literally-
passionate.
Yes,
Yes.
This is kind of the pinnacle defining difference between these two albums. Do you want more banging, or would you rather go on a little bit of a prog metal journey?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
Come
the
on,
way
dude.
of all let's start with the way of all flesh. The fucking riffs,
Dude,
holy
they kick
shit,
in, bro.
There
do.
are
So
so
banging.
many good riffs.
There's a bunch.
and they just keep coming at you and coming at you. Then there's
love
that
it.
sick tapping part, and the lyrics about accepting death.
Yes,
Fucking
dude.
Awesome.
Actually, I think that's a great closer. That's the whole album concept.
Yes, but what's wrong with it, dude? What's
Oh.
up with no?
Dude, I don't understand why they do that on albums
Yes,
at the end.
there's just that. So there's the whole part with nothing, just
Noise.
No,
I
no, there's
hated
not
that.
even noise. It's just,
Oh,
It's
just
just
dead.
silent.
It's
Yeah.
It's silent for like 3 minutes,
It's
right?
silent for 3
No,
minutes,
dude,
and they
it's
bring it
like
back to
longer.
noise. Like
It's
there's like a little.
longer than
It's a
3
little bit of
minutes.
something.
It's
but yeah,
longer than
not
3
that
minutes,
good.
and I just don't understand because I would have ended. I would have put if I was doing the track listing, I would have
swapped
done
out
Wolf Down the
Vacuity.
Earth, then the Way of All Flesh, and ended with Vacuity.
Yeah.
But
But no, I like the way of all flesh ends. Because it's the whole.
But that's not
it's
how
the
it
whole
ends.
Concept.
but it doesn't. But it ends with the silence, and then into nothing, into like.
No, I'm saying like you cut
think
that
it's-
off and then. You
But
have
it's not cut off. That's like
That's-
dreams.
I
Well, I
know,
guess
it's so
mine's dream
stupid.
scenario too. But
That. Yeah,
no, I agree. And
that deteriorates the song a little bit, but it's. I mean, I just think they did that as a bonus, which is dumb. But I think that's what
did
they
they?
did.
I think it's because the song is about death and dying, especially at the last line.
Also, it's like the afterlife. or
Yeah,
some
so it
shit.
might be the
Maybe.
afterlife because the very last line of the song, he does the leave behind the loved ones and all you know. Don't be afraid and let yourself go. And they play the riff a little
That's
more.
very
and
somber, dude.
yeah,
That's
and then it
so-
just silence and it has a weird because maybe there's hints of the afterlife. So if you're doing silence, that's cool. But was it like
I think
3
they're trying to
4
be too
minutes of
deep about
silence?
it. Yeah, they're trying to
It's
be
a
too
little
deep.
too much.
They're trying to be
Little too
deep.
much.
Yeah.
too much of a concept to
Yeah.
to push.
But it's a great song. Another
Dude, I
underrated
love that
song.
song.
I put this one above Yama's Message. I
Oh,
put
for
this one
sure.
above All
Oh,
the
yeah.
Tears.
Oh, absolutely.
I put this one above the Wolf Down the Earth.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a great fucking song.
Dude, I love this
Banger.
song. I love it.
But let's go over to Global Warming, which
That's a
is
good song,
also
too.
a
That's a
good
great song,
fucking
too.
song. Guys, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
That studio session they do live
Yes.
of this.
See, that's where I don't
Mind
want to
changing
pick it because, like, I'm thinking about that and, like, dude, they kill it there.
Yes.
That
They do
silver
kill
chord,
it.
what is it called? The silver chord session or whatever?
Yeah,
Their stu- their-
Silver Chord Studios or something.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
it's
it's
their
pretty
studio
cool.
that they made in New York.
It's so sick.
That's
dude.
where they recorded
It's
Magma.
amazing.
Yeah, they do an amazing job there.
Yeah.
I think it's cool how, and I don't know if it's on purpose, but how like they close on what's it called, global warming, with like a heavy tapping riff, and then
Yeah.
they open on
Yeah.
the way of all flesh with a
We
heavy
will
tapping riff
see.
with Orobours.
Oh,
I thought that was kind of
point.
cool.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
So you got tapping into tapping.
Tapping into tapping.
Yeah, I
Maybe
didn't even
they-
think about that. Kudos
maybe
for
they
you. That's
correlate.
pretty- yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
they do. They might. I mean, it's like open ended. because you have that "We will see."
That's why. Yeah, that's
our
why. I don't
children
know.
grow,
Maybe
which is a great
Yeah.
melody. I love how the bass right before foreshadows that melody's coming,
Yeah.
and then he sings it, and it comes in ever so slightly, builds up a little bit, and then it
Yes.
goes into him doing a melody scream, like a harmonized scream over it.
Yes.
Which, by the way,
It's
in
a-
the way
is
of
it
all
the
flesh.
we will see the children. What is it?
Yeah, we will see our children growing.
Growing.
In the way of all flesh, if you listen closely at those ending lines, there's a harmonized scream there too.
Yeah.
It is fucking dope.
Yeah.
No one
Well, I
else does
love
that,
that.
metal
I
that I
love
can
that.
think of.
It just showcases how talented these dudes are.
Oh yeah.
And even on Vacuity, he does like a lower harmonized
Yes,
scream,
scream.
which even adds to that song more.
Exactly. There's so many layers going on
Yes.
that when you, I think that's why these aren't aging for me. Because when you go back, there's still more shit
to
to
notice.
hear. There's
Yes,
still more
dude.
things to notice.
I love it.
The complexity of it, it's incredible.
But yeah, that tapping riff to go into, and I love the 400,000 years ago they came
Yes.
from outer space, and then he
And
has
then you
the
get the
screams.
harsh vocals, dude.
Guys in
Yes.
that riff.
Fucking cool.
Bam, bam,
Yes, dude.
bam, bum, bum, bam, bum, bum,
Yes.
bam, dun, 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 dun. Awesome.
Feel that in your
They're
soul.
both
dude.
great
You
in their own
feel
ways,
that
dude.
in your soul.
Yeah,
One somber, The Way of All Flesh. It's all about
Yes.
death, and then the other one's a little bit more positive. You know what I mean? Because you see a lot of negative lyrics later on with these guys, but you know it ends up with that. We will see our children growing. There is positive light in the end.
Yeah.
The world will change.
But
Type
like
thing.
I said time and time again, I am not a lyrics guy.
That's true.
I am
I'm not
a banger guy.
dude. That's what I thought
And
too.
that's why I love the way it ends with the Way of All Flesh.
Oh,
Song
yeah.
is sick as fuck, dude.
Dang.
Got riffs.
But you don't like
everywhere.
that. Do you think they overplay the "We will see our children growing" too much?
No.
Or do you like it?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like the song.
Because
dude. I
instrument
really
wise,
do.
because he starts fucking around with the tapping too at the end. He starts alternating a little bit, throwing
Yes, dude.
little alterations on there while he's screaming that.
I want the bangers.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, it's just
That's so good.
perfect.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
it's so hard to choose. This is another one.
Drop a
that's
tab of acid and listen to that fucking song.
just- No, pff, seriously.
Find yourself.
Orale. Fuck, sir. But yeah,
I like both songs, but it's not that hard for me.
Really, it's not hard.
It's
for you?
really it's not that hard for me. Like they're
What are you
both
going
good.
with?
I'm going with The Way of All Flesh, dude. I love that song.
Damn.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
going, dude.
Don't do it, Tommy.
I'm gonna do it, dude. I'm about to get slapped by JJ, but I'm
That's
gonna,
it.
I'm gonna choose global warming, dude.
Can't believe this,
Damn.
dude.
I
can't
love that
believe it.
song. I love the riff. I love the tapping. Everything works so well. The syncopated drums. Stop.
Awesome. All of his drumming is just
Stop,
fantastic.
Mario.
Man, dude, it's up to
While
you.
you're
man.
ahead.
So
Are
this
you
is-
gonna ruin my day, dude?
guys, this is so hard, and I love both these songs so much.
You're about,
So,
to get
so
slapped by
much.
someone, dude.
Uh-oh.
So-
You're gonna get slapped
so
by me. You're gonna get
much.
slapped by JJ.
But there's one. I think there's a winner because the other one leaves sour grapes in my mouth.
Oh, come on, dude.
The silence part throws me off. Why don't you end the
Big
song where it
hit.
needs to be ended?
Oh man.
Okay?
Come on.
I'm sorry, JJ. I love the way of all
Just turn it
flesh.
off. 5 minutes and
But that's not
44
what
seconds.
we're talking about. We're talking about the whole thing. If I could turn it off,
JJ's getting mad.
if I was in the studio as the producer, I would tell those motherfuckers, guys, 3 minutes of silence? Are you sure? No.
Dude, think about the
Their
artists,
manager.
dude. They would
Come
love
on,
this.
guys. Come on, guys.
3
All
Come
the
on, guys. How are we
contemporary
gonna-
artists
how are we
would
gonna-
love this, dude. They want to hear the noise. They want to hear the
they're
afterlife.
like, but Joe, how's this gonna sell?
How are we going to close with
How are you
silence?
gonna close with that? Come on, Joe.
Seriously. Well, I'm glad they got to record it their way, and it might be artistic. I'm just saying from a music perspective, in
Even
my
from
own,
an artistic perspective, you
It's
give
too
them way too much of the
much.
benefit of the
It's-
doubt. It's like, no.
it's too much.
30 seconds, dude. Okay, we get it. You died.
45,
Resurrect,
maybe a minute.
do what you're gonna do, and then don't even resurrect to noise. Resurrect to a fucking riff or another.
Well, there's a little
song.
melody thing going
I
on, but
guess, but
Nah.
do more.
yeah,
get
I
it.
agree. At 3 minutes of silence, you're really fucking pushing it. But yeah, so for that reason, I'm gonna go with global warming.
Dang. Is that the only reason you picked it?
Yes, that is the only reason. The
That's
silence threw it off. For me,
insane,
The
dude.
silence threw it off, and I can that middle riff. There's a lot of great riffs on The Way of All Flesh, but I think as a song, global warming has one very memorable riff, which in Gojira's standpoint works a
theme.
little bit better for them. It's the theme. You know what I mean? They have
Yeah.
one big riff
Yeah.
that works. The banging part, a lot of bands have a lot of banging riffs in a row, and you can see it in The Way of All Flesh. but global warming has that one big riff and then the one big vocal hook. I think that sets Gojira apart a little bit.
So
I'm gonna go with
dude. It's
global
the
warming.
end. I don't know.
Yep.
Just because it closes the album, and it's like the end of global warming is just so like powerful. I don't know, to me.
It is a powerful ending. It gets
I
you a
don't know.
little emotional.
Yeah, it does.
But I want the
think it's
banger, dude.
emotional.
Oh, you
What?
about to
I
You
want
the
it in my
banger?
face.
Seriously.
Face melting riff, dude.
You always want the bangers.
It does.
So that brings us to the end, and let's tally it up.
Orale.
Man.
From Mars to Sirius gets 7, which
Holy
means the Way of All Flesh got 6.
That's insane.
So track for track, from Mars to Sirius 1. That is a big
Wow.
surprise to me. I
Really?
didn't think it was going to win track for track.
I really thought the other one, the Way of
I've
All
always
Flesh, was
loved
gonna
From
win.
Mars to Sirius, but yeah, I was actually thinking that the Way of All Flesh would be a bigger crowd pleaser, but
Yeah. But let's talk about the albums as a whole.
As an album as a whole.
Album as a whole, what do you think the Way of All Flesh works better going through it, listening
Yes,
all together?
dude.
Or do
I
you
love
think
it.
From Mars to Sirius?
I like the whole concept of the Way of All Flesh
Uh-huh.
over the Mars series.
I agree.
okay. Can I make an argument? Okay,
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
I love, if I'm listening to vinyl or whatever, I'm listening to the whole album. I'm gonna take the Way of All Flesh all day.
Yeah.
To be honest, but in a live setting, I'm gonna take From Mars to Sirius songs.
Really?
From Mars to Sirius gets me up, dude, and gets my shirt off.
Shirt off.
You've
open
seen
the
me.
pits.
Will
Yeah,
saw
and,
me.
and there's more dynamics too live, because live you can't always take the bangers in the face. You know what I mean? You get tired.
Yeah,
I mean, unless you're a pit
in a live
master.
setting, yeah.
Yeah, dude. There's some pit masters out there, though.
There are some pit masters that can go the entire hour and a half set. But, for example, speaking to kind of the live setting, for like Flying Whales gives more dynamics.
Definitely.
A bigger build-up,
The drums
tension,
and Flying Whales live, it's just like you have to
Yeah.
be there. It's inexplicable.
big
That's true.
pops. But I think album for album, concept-wise, I mean, I love From Mars to Sirius. He had the dream about the whales and stuff and saving the earth. It's cool. But I love the theme of the Way of All Flesh,
Yeah,
about dying,
death,
accepting
acceptance.
death, what it's all about, the bigger picture. That resonates way more than me. And I'm surprised it's not talked about as much as From Mars to Sirius. Maybe because people talk about From Mars to Sirius as a concept album. I don't really know if it's a concept album. Is it?
Maybe.
Every single song.
It's a little.
I don't know. It's concept. I don't think because when I think about a concept album, I think about one
central theme, yeah.
one overarching narrative that flows together. This seems like separate tracks with kind of a similar theme, but not a concept album.
Not a
Yeah,
full
yeah.
concept, yeah.
I get you, yeah.
And I think it's not talked about enough that the Way of All Flesh has some of the best lyrics about embracing death, humanity, what the bigger picture is, and all that kind of stuff. And guys,
It's powerful.
let's talk about the production.
Dude,
That
the
is-
production's
the
incredible.
production on the Way of All Flesh is so much fucking
better.
better than From Mars to Sirius. It makes the bangers stand out more. But yes, in a live perspective, it's kind of harder to tell because they're using the same equipment live.
Yeah.
But in your fucking headphones, it's easy. The Way of All Flesh sounds way fucking
They
better.
switch labels between albums, maybe, or what do you think?
I think it's
I'm
on
not
the
too
same
sure.
label. I think it's just different producers.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe they're on the
both
same
awesome,
level. Yeah,
dude. I love 'em.
Yeah.
label.
But like
I
as a
concur,
whole,
yeah.
if I want to hear the whole album as a whole, I'm gonna take the Way of All Flesh.
Definitely, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
so many dynamics and transitions. I
the
mean, they both
production
have it,
values,
but like
again, keeps you
dude, it
engaged.
has it all, dude. I love it, dude.
I know.
Yes.
Definitely my favorite argument we've done so far because I'm a Gojira fan. I got the Orobours tattoo. What can I say? I love
Yeah, open
Orobours.
it
So
up.
as a whole album, what are you taking?
He said the Way of All Flesh.
Oh, you're
right?
taking the Way of All Flesh.
I would take
as well?
as the whole album, like listen through, like by myself, Way of All Flesh. But if
So
I'm talking
unanimous.
about, like, if I was gonna go to a concert, if they did a reunion for either, I'd go to the reunion from Mars
to Sirius.
to Sirius.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you have a little bit more, like I said, dynamics. You have the story part.
That dynamics.
I can't imagine hearing that song From Mars to Sirius, like the title track
Yeah.
live.
Oh,
It
that'd be
would
pretty
work
cool.
So fucking well.
it
would be
Whereas
pretty
if you
cool.
get to Esoteric's, when you get to this B side and you go, like if they did a live Adoration, basically, it's all from all the tears all the way into the
That's
end.
because of the
It's just
complexity of
banging.
it.
Yeah. You would get
You
you'd
get
be
so
done.
tired.
You get tired. You'd be done. Whereas you got like slowdowns and pickups, but I don't
That's
know.
so funny to think about that we all chose the Way of All Flesh because just like the last episode, it doesn't matter.
Last episode, Tommy, by the way.
Oh,
we did,
yeah. It was Black
Paranoid.
Sabbath.
by Black Sabbath versus Masters of Reality.
Oh shit.
We chose the winner as individual
Was it
tracks.
Masters? Did y'all choose Masters?
No, we chose Paranoid as individual winners, but as an album, we chose
Masters.
Masters.
Dude,
and it's funny
definitely.
that we're doing the same thing here.
Yeah.
I
But it makes a
completely agree.
difference. It
It
makes a
does.
difference.
Yeah. I
It's
definitely
incredible
agree.
to think about.
But yeah, so you heard it here first, track for track, from Mars to Sirius. But album as a whole, we went the way of all flesh. Who's the real winner? You tell us. But we're going to go with From Mars to Sirius because that's what we do on Debate and Destroy. If you have a different opinion, what is it, JJ?
Your opinion is wrong.
Wrong, motherfucker. It's wrong. Tommy, any closing statements? You want to leave anything out there for the good people?
Shit. Keep crushing beers and keep fucking, I don't know, man. Riding banging riffs.
Right, banging the ribs.
Hell
We'll
yeah.
have Tommy back on one
Next
of these
time,
days.
brothers.
Thanks
Next
for
time,
having me,
guys.
Chiefs.
Thank you.